What's up guys, it's Shuki. Today we are doing a full breakdown and remake of Chewing Alive by Central Cee and Lil Durk. This beat is a perfect example of how a simple emotional melody can become a global hit. Stick around until then because I'm giving away the full project for free so you can study it. Let's dive straight into FL Studio now. Alright, let's look at the project settings first. We are working at 95 BPM and the key is F sharp major. The slower tempo with the major key gives that emotional but rhythmic feel. Now we are moving on to the main melody. For the first harp, I'm using the Hit Up 3 plugin with the romantic preset. It has a very clean and organic plug sound. Now let me show you how the MIDI notes looks like. It's a simple pattern, but the timing is everything. Take a listen how the main harp sounds on its own. Now let's look at the effects for Harp 1. I started with an equalizer for some basic cleaning, then I added reverb for space, but the key here is the delay. This is what creates that bouncy rhythm and fills the gaps. Listen to the difference with and without effects. This is without effects. This is with the effects. Moving on to Harp 2, for this layer I'm using the Korg TRITON. I use the exactly same MIDI notes as the first harp, but I removed the bass notes to keep the frequencies clean. It's just there to add more texture and feel the sound. Here is how it sounds layered together. Next up is the piano. I'm using Addictive keys and it's following the exactly same MIDI as the first harp. For the effects, I've been added a large reverb for that deep atmosphere and the same delay as before and some RC20 for that vintage color and texture. Let's hear it. Last and finally, for the pad, I'm using Zenology with the soft pad preset. I only use the bass notes from the first harp to give the low end more depth and smoothness. It really glues everything together before we jump into the drums. Check it out. Now let's get into the drums. For Central Cee style, you want that bouncy UK drill feel, but with a hard hitting impact. Let's break it down piece by piece. First here we have the main kick which hits exactly with the 808 for that extra punch, but to give it more character I also added a stomp kick that hits 3 times at the beginning of the pattern. Together they create a really solid foundation like the original. For the snare, I actually layered 3 different snares to hit at the same time. This is how I got that specific tick sound I was looking for. Then I have added a high tom, a shaker and a bongo hit at the end of the pattern for some extra bounce. For the hi-hats, I keep it simple but fire, like the song. There are no crazy rolls, just a clean, steady rhythm that keeps the bounce going. That's it for the drums and for this breakdown. You can find the free project file in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Now, I'll leave you with a preview of the final beat, switching between the instrumental and the version with Central Cee vocals. See you in the next one. Peace.
There's truth in the lies. You didn't even seem to care when I blew through a 5. I took you shopping, you was copping and shoes in your size. I kept it real with you because I thought you wouldn't mind.